Hello developers, welcome to day 2 of our 15 days object-oriented programming series. In the last video, we tried understanding what is a class and what is an object. So object is a real-world entity which is having its own state and behavior, and we create the state and behavior inside a class. So by definition, class is a template which describes the state and behavior of its objects. Now, in this video, we'll see how do you create the objects of the product class. So in Java, we use a keyword called new to create an object. Example, new followed by the type of the object what you want to create. Example, new product. So now here a new product object gets created. So objects always will be stored on memory, and here objects will be stored on heap memory in Java. But to access this object, we need a reference. That's why we create the objects using the reference variables. Example, product, the reference variable, example product, is equal to new product. Now here product is a reference variable and this product is a type of the object, and new is used to create an object, and product is basically the constructor which we'll discuss in our further videos. Now here a new object gets created on heap where product will be pointing to that particular object. Now when the project gets created on heap, by default all the properties of that particular object also gets created on heap. Example, in our case, the ID, name, price, quantity will be stored on heap. Because they'll be stored on heap, by default, they'll be initialized to the default values depending upon the data type. Example, if it is integer, like byte, short, int, long, the default value is going to be 0. Or if it is the real number, like float and double, the default value is 0.0. If it is a boolean, the default value is false. If it is a character, the default value is the first Unicode number, that is /U000, which is nothing but space. If it is any object, the default value is going to be null. Now let us see how do you create the object and then how do you access the object programmatically. To demonstrate this, now I'm creating a new Java class here and giving the class name as main. And inside this, I'm now taking my public static void main method. Now I want to create the product object here. How to create a project object here is new product. Now here a new product object will be created on heap. Now as discussed, by default all the properties of this product also will be stored on heap. But can I access this? No, because it does not have any reference. So that's the reason how do you create the objects is with references. So first we are going to create the product here. Now what is this? Here the product is a reference variable which may point to a product object. But here at line number 6 we just created only a reference variable, and in line number 7 we created an object. How do you assign this reference variable to this? Simply we use product is equal to new product. Are these two lines we can combine in a single line. Example, I'm commenting this out now. And I can create that in a single line, product is equal to new product. Now this is the reference variable and this is what is the object and this is what is the type of the object. Now when I print the properties, example, I want to print the ID. Now because this is stored on heap, by default the value of this is, how do you access the properties is with the reference product.id. So whenever you save and run this, we're going to get 0. But how do you initialize these values? To initialize these values, now let me print other properties as well. Example, the name of the property, name of the product is product.name, and then the price of the property is plus product.price, then s out, the quantity is plus product.quantity. So let me run this to see what output we'll get. Now here we got all default values. ID is integer, got 0. Name is string, which is an object, so got null. Price is double, so we got 0.0. And quantity is int, so we got 0. So these are the default values. But how do you set the values here? We set the values by using the reference variable and initialize them to some values. So now I'll say product.name is equal to some value then product dot price is equal to some value, then product dot quantity is equal to some value. Now when I print the same as out statements after this, now this will be reinitialized so that we get the actual values. So like this, you can create a number of objects. Suppose if I want to create another object, so I'll just create something like this. Product2 is equal to new product. Then initialize the values. Product2 dot ID is equal to some value. Then product2 dot name is equal to some value. Product2 dot quantity is equal to some value. And if I want to print the values of product2, so we'll copy the same lines of code and paste it, but instead of product, we'll say product. The product2 points to a different object. When I run this, now we got the first product values and then we got the second product values. So you also create different objects for the class what you created in our previous video and mention them in the comments. If you like this video, please hit a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and share this video with all your friends. Let's build a great developer community together. See you in the next video.